Firstly, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our respected Principal Madam and IIC President Dr. Surinder Kaur, whose continuous support and motivation always encourages us. I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to our RIC convener, Mrs. Vivek Madam. Heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Manika Sethi, Program Convener, Mrs. Shushma Sharma Ma'am and Mrs. Mamta Thapar Ma'am, Program Coordinator of this wonderful event. I cordially welcome you all to today's session on leveraging AI tools for startup development, digital content creation and data analytics. Now, I would like to invite our Principal Ma'am, Convener Ma'am, Manika Ma'am, Shushma Ma'am, Mamta Ma'am and our keynote speaker for the planter presentation and for giving a token of appreciation. Please give a huge round of applause.
मरियम जगह दो बेटा
Please give it up for them again.
One minute, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You can carry it with you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to introduce our resource person, Mr. Jaskirat Singh, a cloud architect engineer at BCLC company, having expertise in AI and modern architect. He is BCS from Thomson River University, British Columbia. We heartily welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guest, a renowned social activist and educational leader. We are truly honored to have both of you with us today. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to Mr. Jaskirat Singh, sir. So please give a huge round of applause for him.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Jaskirat Singh, as you all know. I've worked as a cloud engineer with British Columbia Lottery Corporation, and also currently I'm working as a technical resource specialist with Microsoft. I have worked with AI a lot, to some projects, helped build startups and things like that. So before we start today, I would like to ask you guys, what are you trying to learn out of today? Like, what is your motive to come here, attend this lecture, and what are you trying to learn today? Anyone?
To know more about data analytics and various tools.
Data analytics and tools, so how you can do research, how you can crunch data, and then how you can do the market research. That's a good use of AI. Anyone else? Okay, let's move ahead. It's a good resource. Like, anyone wants to tell me what is AI, artificial intelligence? We all have used it. Who has used AI here? Everyone, I guess. Everyone has used ChatGPT. Someone has used Google AI, Gemini, and everything. But when you input into AI, has it been accurate all the time? No. Has it been useful the way you're thinking it to be? All the time, like you asked it a question and it gave a random answer, generated a different story. That is because AI is a machine learning algorithm. It's a garbage in, garbage out machine. If you give it garbage, if you give a question that's too vague, that's not proper, you're not going to get a proper response. So before starting to learn about AI, it's very important we learn how to ask AI the questions. This technique is known as prompt engineering, and it's very important that we learn that. There's a special job description also related to that, that if you're a good prompt engineer, you can earn anywhere between lakhs to 10 lakh per annum very easily if you're a good prompt engineer, because all the companies require AI to crunch their data to and then use it for content generation or to grow their business from entrepreneurship, skill development, everywhere they need it nowadays. So starting on prompt engineering, can anyone tell me what's the last prompt they gave their chat GPT or asked AI? Anyone? No one used AI today?
Like, I asked to make a flyer, like I provided all the details, like I want a flyer for our upcoming event, Tech Nova. And I had provided all the details like who are the conveners, who are the program coordinators, and which type of theme I want, and what is the various events and all this.
And what was the response that you got?
I was not happy with the response because it was making some bits of mistakes. Like, and I found that my prompt was not good, and that's the reason the outcome was also not good.
Yes. And anyone else who wants to share their prompt? It could be anything, you don't have to be anything complex. Can be just what's the weather today, what's to wear. We can move ahead. We can focus on the common mistakes that we need to avoid, that we do while making prompts. The first is being too vague, as you suggested, that you're not giving it enough details. You are just asking it unclear instructions and just asking it a simple question that build me a poster. You have to be very specific of what orientation you want the poster to be, what pixel size you want it to be, and then what color scheme do you want it to be. Do you it to be earthy tone, and then what the poster should signify. Is it a welcoming to an event thing? Is it informational pamphlet? Or is it just an invite to somewhere? So you have to give it that information if you need it to be correct. And then second is grammatical goofs. Sometimes when we are writing to ChatGPT or any of the AI models, we tend to make some mistakes in grammar, and then it's a machine model. When you are inputting it to a machine, it is only going to convert your English into binary and then going to understand it. The machine does not understand English. It is going to understand binary. So a grammatical mistake could be a huge difference for an AI, and then it could generate different results. And because it retains its memory, down the line when you are searching for something else, it has learned from you, right? So your grammatical mistakes could show up later on as well. And then the third is leading questions. How many of you have used it like in exams or preparing for exams, when you have asked it, is this statement true? And then it has given the answer true where you have known it's false. That is because it is biased a bit towards leading you to what you have asked to answer in yes. So you have to make sure that you are asking it not unleading questions. You are not leading it somewhere. You have to be open-ended, be very specific, and then let's see how we can fix the mistakes. So what are the best practices for better prompts? First, let's start with a clear objective. You have to be very specific on what you're going to ask it to do. If you have to, let's take the example for the poster. You have to define it to ChatGPT that I am making a poster that is going to be for this event. It's a particular type of event. It's an invitation to Tech Nova, where we are inviting certain kind of people and who are going to be attendees, and then you have to give it your logo so that it can check their color scheme and make it according to that. And then second, you have to provide context that what is it? It's going to be a college event. If you have done similar events before, you can share that poster so that it knows to be consistent with that. And then you have to use a conversational tone. It's you don't have to be very instruction specific, but you can just think of it as a friend and then just converse with it, and then it can give you better results. And then you have to refine and iterate. It's a machine, it's going to be wrong sometimes. You have to make sure that you check the mistakes, tell the model that this is wrong so that it can improve and provide you better results. Now we are going to look at some of the essential components that your prompt should have. You can note them down if you want. Your prompt should have a task, that what needs to be done, action, what the model needs to do to complete that, outcome, how do you want your outcome to be, what syntax do you want it in. Are you going to give that outcome as a script to another AI model? Are you using that outcome on your final exams? Or is a particular type of paper that you need APA formatting, MLA formatting, or is it a report and you need it in that format? And then yeah, we have covered format as well. And then steps. Do you need a step-by-step answer? Do you need reasoning? Or if you are understanding a concept, all the steps you need, and then context we talked about, and goal. There's a difference between the outcome and the goal. Outcome is what the output AI is gonna give you. Goal is what you wanna achieve without output. You can crunch data, you can do data analytics with a lot of data and get the outcome. But what is your goal? What are you trying to do with the data? Are you trying to find what is the best market to sell my product? Are you trying to find that which coding language should I use for this project? So your outcome and goal are going to be different, but you need to provide context to AI to solve that. Then what your problem is that you're trying to solve, and role. In prompt engineering, there are different types of formats that we can use, templates that we can use. All those templates come with a different kind of format that we use to prompt the model. So in some models, you use a role type format where we ask ChatGPT to act as a content creator. Our prompt would be something like that to ChatGPT would be to act as a content creator and write me a script for Technova program event. And for that event, you provide the details and also provide what you need. When you have given that context to the model that you have to work as a content creator, it's starting thinking along that line. Otherwise, it's thinking that it can be anything, right? It can write a script as a student, it can write a script as a doctor, it can write script as anyone. But when you have specified that you are a content creator, the only thing that the model is thinking about is that it has to be according to content, it has to go viral, it has to meet all the specific requirements of content creation. So when you specify that role, it becomes a lot easier for the model to interpret your answer. And then what input are you giving it to it? As you mentioned, you gave it all the details. You have to be very specific on all the details that you need on the poster, and you have to also specify that you don't need anything else, because models are gonna hallucinate and gonna put whatever they want on there. And then what your expectation is and elaboration. As much as you can elaborate, you have to elaborate your prompt so that the model understands. It doesn't have any understanding on its own, right? It cannot read your mind. It cannot know what you are thinking and cannot build on based on that. It can only build on what you tell. So you have to be very elaborate. You have to tell what you're trying to build and what outcome you want and everything. So these are all the essential prompt components. Moving ahead, we'll also look at some of the prompt engineering templates that I talked about, but we'll talk about that at the end. For now, I'll also share with you some types of prompting that we commonly use. There's three types of prompting: zero shot, one shot, and few shot. So let's take an example, okay? So if you just give ChatGPT a question like, what is 2 into 2? It's gonna give an answer 4, but you didn't give it any example, right? So this is zero shot. When you do in your prompt, you don't give any example to the model, that's zero shot prompting. Then there's one shot prompting, where you give a single example to the model before you get it to generate an answer, so that it knows that what type of answer you are needing, and what reasoning does it have to use. So for example, you give it that you have to get to something to translate into French. You just say translate hello into French, then you provide it an answer as hola, so that it knows what, even French has some dialect, so you provided that dialect that you want to use, and then you provide the other question that this is the word I need to translate into French, and let it that translate. And then last one is few shot prompting. It's similar to one shot, but instead of like just giving it one example, you give it multiple examples. Like in our first thing, I just put 2 into 2, 4, right? You can give that as an example. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 4 is 8, and then ask your multiple of what is 220 times 220, and then you get the answer. This can also, you have to understand where you can use it. Because some prompts don't require any examples, but some prompts do. Like if you are trying to segregate things into negative and positive, so you have to set a standard for a model that what is negative, what is positive. You just put it some sentences, you give it, today was a rainy day, and then you put it as negative. Then you put it as I got first prize in class today, then you give it positive, and then you give I attended a lecture on AI today, positive, and then you put your question that today I fell in a pothole. So that when you use this is known as few shot prompting. There's another technique that is known as a chain of thought technique. The way you show your reasoning of how you solve a problem. We have all done word problems, right? That if A has this many bananas and B has this many bananas, and both combined, then how many are there? So you give an example in a chain of thought way, that how you think that yeah, 6 plus 6 is 12, you think that way, right? So similarly, when you prompt using that chain of thought, and you use a conversational tone with the model, that is known as the chain of thought technique. So this was a basics of prompt engineering, of what needs to be in a prompt, how do you have to develop it. There are different templates for it. A common template used is RISE, another one is RACE. So where you give it a role, you give it the model the action they have to produce, you give them the context they have to, and then you give it, tell it the expected outcome. So the prompt would be something like, you act as a data analyst and analyze all the data on global warming, and give me a impact report of how global warming is gonna impact rivers in the northern part of India, and what water shortage or flood potential does that create. So it will give you a good report on what the water damage or flood report is gonna be, and then you can use that report to create plans to save us from that damage, or build a business that's gonna be providing water in that area, because you already have predicted that there's going to be a water shortage in that area, so you already start setting up plans for future use, give it 5 years, and then you can make a huge amount of money from that. This is what Asian Paints does actually. Asian Paints uses a huge machine learning model that predicts what particular color is going to be needed in what season at what particular store. because they have been using that supercomputer for a long time. They have mastered the art of machine learning and how to use that prompts and how to read that data, that they don't have a lot of wastage, and they already have stock available in all the stores of whatever color that is needed, that their profit margins skyrocket higher. So what that creates is, that creates your leverage with data analytics and how you can start your own businesses using AI and everything. So while the computer restarts, let's look at what you guys have used AI to do. We are gonna teach some tools and how to use AI in them. Has any of you used video editing software, like any video editing software to edit video for your reels, to put it on YouTube Shorts or anything, like just on Instagram as well? Has anyone used anything? Yes? What have you used? InShot? And what do you use? What do you edit for that? With that? Videos, your own videos, right? And you put it on Instagram. How much time does that take? 5 to 10 minutes. It's a normal edit. You put your video, put a song behind it, and then you upload it. That's great. Now what if I tell you that if you don't want to show your face, if you want to make a video but you're not that confident, you can sit, it's fine. But it still can be made in 5 minutes. You don't have to know complex design, you don't have to know animation, but you can make very easy videos. That is possible with AI softwares using either CapCut, InShot, in video. There are multiple softwares that can be used for that. And then we can just look at how to do that. Has anyone used AI in video editing before? No? So with new AI technologies that are growing right now, you can generate videos in 3 different ways. One is you give it a script and it can generate. And that can generate a video for you. Second is you can give it a multiple images and it can use those images to generate a video for you. And third is it can also use just a single and stationary video of you, a photo of you where you're just standing, and make your lips move in a way that seem that you are talking. So let's see a demo of how do we use AI for content creation and use in video. We are on the dashboard for InVideo. So let's just give a topic and just provide it with some context. I'll get you to give me a topic and what should we ask InVideo to make. Anything it can be. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's just say generate. A promotional video for DAV Girls College. Let's get it to generate video. It is gonna take some time, so we have already created some videos on the back end. But before that we go to that, can anyone tell what mistake did we make here?
For his like we hadn't provided all the necessary details.
Yeah, we didn't provide any context. We just gave it create a promotional video for DAV Girls College. So it's gonna create a video. It's gonna create courses that you don't even know offer. It's gonna create a lot of mistakes. So what we have to do is we have to give it accurate and very detailed prompts. So let's see what type of video will it create if we give it prompts like this. Let's see what it gives us. So what tools like this do is they take your prompt, and like what NVIDIA basically does is give it to some other chat model that is gonna interpret it and then divide your information into segments and then provide you with a video whatever it thinks is fine. So how we can harness AI to make better videos is we can use ChatGPT. We go to ChatGPT and we give it a prompt that you act as a content creator, prepare a script for an Instagram page. That page is for a digital marketing institute, DigiShapers, that provides coaching for digital marketing, website development, and then you also give it the video length, and then you have to ask it to generate the script in such a way that we can give it directly to CapCut to generate a video or in video anywhere,
If
right?
you want internet connection, so can we add LAN?
Yeah, sure.
LAN
LAN.
तो मेरा लिया होगा निकाल के इस लैपटॉप पर उससे मुझे ये लैपटॉप पर ही लगा होगा
Till that we can, so what it gives is, it's give a 60-second script that's divided into scenes. Scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, scene 6. So these are all the scenes. So what is gonna happen is you have to go to InVideo. It's a free software. Most of the free softwares are gonna take a lot of time to do it, and then they are also gonna be not that good. So with free software you have to be very specific with your prompt so that you don't waste time. So what is happening with this is you have 8 to 10 different scenes, and you have to prompt CapCut or InVideo every time you need to create a new scene, and then you have to do it 8 to 10 times. Sometimes it's not gonna be very good, so you have to repeat that, and then you have to download and stitch them all together. So it's a long and tedious process that's gonna take time. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna again go to ChatGPT and just ask it to that create one prompt for whole video, and then it summarizes all that prompt in a single video, gives me a proper script that I can just go and plug into InVideo AI and then just create a simple video. So this is the first video that it created when we just gave it a prompt that create a video for a digital marketing institute. So see how bizarre claims that it will make. Yeah, I guess there's no audio, but there's still captions. So what's happening in the video is it's making very bizarre and claims that you can make $10,000 just by doing digital marketing. You can make that, but it's not a very easy process or a very beginner friendly salary that you're gonna get. It's gonna start slowly and you're gonna be there, but the facts, we didn't give it any facts, right? So it is gonna make any claims that it's gonna make. So let's just see how it does after we give it a proper.
So is there any copyright issue if we are using these?
Right now, there is no law regarding, because there's no law regarding how these models are trained and what data that they are trained on, is that copyright or not. The Supreme Court and all the ruling bodies of the world are still debating on that because artists want compensation, right? They are not paid for the models that train on their art, but it was their art that they made.
I am using this video for some promotion.
Yeah, because you used a prompt, the one who gave the prompt was you. So whatever the model gives, it's yours to use. But because you are using a free version, it gives you a bookmark on that. You can use the video with that, or you can just pay to remove the watermark and you can just use the video. There's no legal implication for that. Company that will be held responsible anyways.
If AI is taking data from those websites and all, is there any implication against it?
Not right now. There's nothing sort of embedded in the law that it will be taken against an AI, because AI needs to learn from a lot of data and all that was in the public domain. They didn't ask anyone to give their data. They took everything that was in public domain. So, and then there's free use authorization as well, and then education authorization as well. So you can use any content that is available on the internet for educational purposes or to teach people, and then just using as a resource, and not, if you not make money off it, it's anyways very free.
Suppose for entrepreneurship or innovation, I am using AI.
Yeah.
In that case, it will be.
No, there's no legal, like for entrepreneurship you are using different things, right? You are using, for data crunching you are using ChatGPT or models like that. So you are providing it with sources. So those sources are yours,
There is
right?
no issue.
There's no issue. And then if you are creating videos or stuff like that, so companies like InVideo, CapCut, they are generating the content on their own with videos that they already had and trained the model on. And all the videos that they use, all the videos that you saw of like screen scrolling or a computer coming on, those were all freely available stock photos. So you can anyways get those photos online for free. What this model has done is it just identifies what you are asking it to do. It's gonna find similar videos on the internet, stock videos that are free, and put them together for you. So you don't have to go searching different websites for free videos and then go through free, pro, sign for trial version and all that. You just put an input here and you get a video out.
And from analytics point of view, if I am asking to collect this data from so many domains and get the results, that is also.
Yeah, you are just crunching data at that point, right? That data is available. If you didn't use AI, you could have anyways went to that website, read that, and then did it yourself, right? AI is making it easier for you. Next tool we are going to discuss is a notebook LM. So we'll see how that crunches data and how that makes your studying a lot easier, how that makes data crunching a lot easier, and how that provides a lot of context in a single place and how powerful it can be. So InVideo is still a very inferior video making model. If you have to go very pro, then you have Gemini that has a Nano Banana Pro, and then ChatGPT has Sora, SORA. These models are so advanced that they can create videos that look very original, that real people are in there, and you can't distinguish a bit. So models right now are that advanced, and they don't have any legal implications, but you can, if you have capacity to pay for them, you can use that to generate content for your business, and then promote them on social media, and then do your marketing and everything.
And if I am doing my research, suppose I am writing research paper
Yeah.
and I am using free model or paid model, is there any difference?
Paid models provides a lot of context, like with Notebook LM, I'll give you a specific example. In the free model, it only allows in a single book for you to keep 50 sources. 50 sources is a lot, but for free it is allow 50, and then Pro gives you 100, 150, and then it increases, and how much memory will it use. And then Notebook LM also allows you to make videos from all the data that you have collected. It will automatically make an explainer video, so that like you have 50 research papers you have to go through, right? Each research paper is gonna take you around half an hour at least, let's say. Then 50, you put them together and then just ask Notebook LM to prepare your explainer video. It's gonna prepare a 10-minute video that's gonna explain what's in all the papers and what connects them. And also it can create mind maps for you. It can create flashcards, it can create quizzes for you so that you can be up to knowledge, and then you can use it to study, you can use it to write your research papers, and you can also ask it questions that explains the concept more fully to you. And you can also ask it to ask you questions so that you can answer and it can check your knowledge.
If someone is saying, yeah, I'm going to reject your reports, if it is based on AI or it is written by AI, what does that mean? I am giving my prompt. That is my report.
No.
But
So
suppose
when
in
with
ministry we are submitting this report. I am going to submit to this report of the ministry. Now they are making it typical or if the report is related from AI, so in next years or for next session, we are going to be stricter, we are going to reject those reports. So what does that mean? Now what should I do for that?
So what the ministry and what the governments or what any organization wants is that you use AI, but you use it intelligently. They don't want you to just go to ChatGPT and you have to, like, for example, submit an essay on a particular topic. Let's just say you have to submit an essay on prompt engineering on what we learned today. So it doesn't want you to just go on ChatGPT, Gemini, or any model like Claude and then just put what is prompt engineering, give me about 400 words essay, and then you just take that and submit that. The ministry or no education institution wants that. So what they want is you go to ChatGPT, you ask it what prompt engineering is, you learn what it is, and then you paraphrase it and you write it in your own words what you understand from there.
If I am writing my own words, then ChatGPT is rephrasing them, so that is allowed.
Like, okay, you already wrote your report and you're just making it better. Yes, then it's a very good use case actually, because like we come from an environment that where English is not our very first language and not everyone feels very confident in it, and sometimes we don't even know that we can use a particular word here or there's a very particular jargon that can be used here. So we can use that to increase our knowledge, and one time you use it, that jargon also gets imprinted in your mind and you get it to use it at different aspects of your life. You get it to use in your lectures, you get it to teach your students, you get it to use in another reports, and your reports improve automatically over the years. So let's give a look at, like, let's just finish this video and then we'll move to Notebook LM. For in video, as we have seen that you give it a prompt and then let's give the ChatGPT prompt, and what it generates from ChatGPT prompt is going to be a lot better. You can try it like with net connection, let's not go into that, but after the session you can go into it and let's just have a lot of logins. Let's just use this one. We'll look at in video later. Let's look at other things first. So we'll look at, and we can look, if there's time we can look at into later, or otherwise you know how to go to ChatGPT, give it a good prompt for you to generate a script. You can try that today. Generate a script for DigiShapers Institute and create a video that provides what the courses are and everything, and then try giving it to NVIDIA. It's gonna ask you to pay. You just skip that. There's gonna be a cross button somewhere. You have to find that, skip that, and it's gonna allow you to create a free video. So let's move on to the second tool that we are going to learn today, Notebook LM. So how many of you have used AI to study for your exams or anything? Everyone has? How many of you have started studying just before the night of the exam? Everyone has. And like, imagine it's 10 p.m. already, you have your exam tomorrow, and you have 50 videos to go through. No, you have not listened in class, no one does nowadays. You have 50 videos to go through. You don't have that much time. How are you gonna go through and learn all that concept so that you're not just giving exams for the sake of exams, right? You're still trying to learn something out of them. So how do you comprehend 50 videos and prepare for that? Google took out a tool to help students learn that is known as Notebook LM. So what it allows you to do is it allows you to take different sources and put them at a one place and learn whatever is in that sources through different techniques. So let's just try what Notebook LMs provide us with. So here I have already prepared it with prompt engineering examples that I gave you. I gave you 3 different videos from YouTube. So let's see what we have to do to use Notebook LM. We are using YouTube as an example. You can give it any research paper or anything like that. You can go to Google Scholar and then get any research paper you are trying to do, like research on AI impact, and then any video you can copy. Let's just copy its link. And you just give it a source. You can also give it PDF, images, docs, or anything that you have locally. You can give it links, websites, or anything. You give this link, and then let's just give this AI as well. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna analyze what's in that, and then give it a very brief summary of what's in there. So how you can use it to study is a different prompting that you have to learn. So first I gave it a prompt that I want to learn prompt engineering. Go through all these videos that I have provided you and help me learn. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna summarize all the information in text format. You can just go through, we just use 3 videos here, right? You can go up to 50 sources, so you can put 25, 50, any amount of videos that you have, put them here, and then you can use it. And then if you are still having trouble learning or anything, it will give you direct sources here. It will give you script from where that picked up, and then if you click here, you can also go directly where in the video that was, so you can go and try learning from the video directly. And then otherwise, some other techniques that we are gonna use here is, you can see on the right hand side, you can create an AI podcast for all this information. So when you are traveling from your home to college or from anywhere, you just plug in your earphones and you started listening to that audio, and then you have everything retained. You can get it to create a video, a mind map, reports, flashcards. So reports is a very good feature if you wanna go into data analytics. It is gonna go through all the reports that you have given it and then crunch all that data. But here again, you have to be very specific on what your output needs to be. You have to tell it that what your goal is and why are you wanting that particular data, so that it can identify that this information is necessary and take the garbage out for you. So let's just create a mind map, and then I have also created, it will run in a bit. So let's also ask it to give us the questions or something like that, okay? So it has given us different things. It has given us what user roles are, how to use delimiters, how to manage label bias, what the variables are, and everything. It has given us a lot of data to read through. So now while reading, we read about managing label bias, what LLM is and what everything is, but we still are not able to understand what that is. So we can just ask it to give us a more detailed understanding of what label bias is. What is? It's still loading. So this is how you can use a notebook LM. We'll get back to the login here, and then third tool that we are gonna learn is Figma. How many of you here, all are BCA students, right? Have you, any of you made websites before or know a bit of coding?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What kind of websites did you make? Anyone? Like shopping website or just for some businesses? What was that? For traveling business? A cafe, yeah, that's great. And how much time did that take to make you?
Approximately 1 hour depending on how the prompt goes.
Oh, so you used AI for that? Yeah. What AI did you use?
Most commonly we use a Projector along with Code.me.
Yeah, those are great tools.
Just use that to and Stitch. I just started working on Stitch too because it works well with Google AI Studio.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, those are some great tools. But what industry specialists like to use is Figma. So Figma was way before that AI came into the game. So what people used Figma was to design their websites before actually coding them. Design their products, design their apps, website, everything was designed in that. After AI, what they did was they started with whatever design you made, you could just click a button and it would codify it. Everything would be coded in a minute, and then you can just publish it. Now they have also came out with a prompt engineering engine that you just give it a simple prompt and then it just generates a simple website for you that you can publish in just a minute. So let's see how it does that. Let's give it a prompt. Okay, I can ask you to give me a prompt.
Okay.
Give me a good detailed prompt.
Okay, so it is for a cafe.
Okay.
Like,
Let's say
there are various menus like Indian,
make a website
North,
for a cafe that has different menus.
North Indian,
North Indian,
South Indian,
South Indian,
Italian,
Italian,
and Chinese.
and Chinese. That's all. Let's see what does it generate. Till it generates, let us look at what I generated. So what prompt I gave it was website landing page. So you have to specify what kind of page you are generating. So because a website has different kind of pages, right? It has a contact us page, it has landing pages, and then in websites you have a special checkout page, cart page. So you have different types of pages, so you have to specify. You can also ask it to make particular templates for a particular area of a page. In some websites you have seen that there are sidebars, so you can ask it to generate a sidebar, you can ask it to just generate a footer or a header. So I have created website for a DigiShapers Institute that teaches digital marketing and things like that. So I just gave it a very brief prompt, that website landing page for Digital Marketing Institute, gave it the names and provided courses that it provides.
I have one now.
Yeah.
Can we use that like I want to create a website, ask me specific questions.
Yeah.
Like it will ask me questions like which type of, and then one by one I will answer.
So what you have to understand is what model you are using. If you are using ChatGPT, you can use a very conversational tone with that. With Figma, they have a good conversational tone, but it is not that good that you go and directly use it. So what you can do is you can use ChatGPT and refine your prompt through that, and then give it to Figma. Because with Figma you are also limited by the free version, so you have to be very accurate with your prompt so that you create a very good website. So it created simple website with me, and then gave me all the reasoning that it uses, and then also allows me to publish it directly.
Publishing is free.
Yes, publishing is free. It publishes to the web for free. So even for your entrepreneurship, this is not a very long-term plan. But if you just want to get started, get your hand dirty, what you can do is use Figma to create very easy, very simple websites, and that are published on their domain, so you don't have to pay for anything, right? What it took is your 10 minutes, you created a simple website. So what you do is pick 3 to 4 businesses in your area, create a free website for them, go to them that here's a free website, I can make it public for you. Then if they agree, you buy a hosting, buy them a domain name that they pay for, and they pay for your website. What it took you is 10 minutes, but if they agree to pay for, normal websites, even like this, go for 7 to 10,000. It didn't take you much, right? You can give them for way less and then easily earn money. But this is not what entrepreneurship is. This is what you try to get your hands dirty in and what you start learning in. we have Claude nowadays. Claude and Anthropic are very deep learning models that you can create. If you even have a very basic knowledge of coding, you can vibe code with Claude and then just ask it using prompts, create workflows. So for that, what you have to understand what is the problem that you're trying to solve. You have to get into any integrations, like companies use SAP or different SaaS platforms to integrate their data, to integrate their workflows. So there are a lot of pain points in that. So you have to do a bit of market research that you can use using a notebook LM, and then just code with ChatGPT, use GitHub Copilot, use Claude, and start making small apps that solves small problems, because most of the stuff is still free. You can use their free versions, try creating small apps, and then you can use tools like InVideo or CapCut or anyone, and try creating small videos, put them on Instagram, and just let it ride. You don't know where you can get some traction, and you can start getting businesses from there. So you can use different AI tools, all the website tools that you get. Do they allow you to publish?
Yes, sir, they allow us to publish publish on one email ID.
Yeah, so Figma will still allow you 3, and then if you just move them to your own, then you can use the 3 again if you have sold, or you just delete and start again. So let's see what the cafe menu website is looking like. So this is what it has created, right? North Indian, South Indian, Italian, and Chinese. So now what it has done is, because automatically it assumed that we are in US, it has given us prices in dollars. It has given us dishes that no one here eats, right? And no restaurant in India will offer this in a city like Yamunanagar. So we have to give it very specific instructions that this is the menu, this is the price list, so that it can be very accurate. So Figma also allows you to go in and edit. So you just like drop and edit. So you just go here and you can edit it. Whatever text you want, you can put it here. And you can also ask AI to edit that what change you want it to be, and it takes some time to do that. Then another thing that I didn't provide it before was the logo. So it changed, I provided a logo separately, and then just ask it to change and also create a section for testimonials, because it didn't give me before, because the prompt was not that specific, right? So you just go down, and it gave me a very section for testimonials that I can edit and everything. So this is how you use Figma. We learned Figma in video and Notebook LM today. Anyone has any doubts on using any?
How can we integrate data with
Okay, so your own data. So what they provide is with code as well. So they give you the whole code for the website, whatever packages they are using, whatever CSS they are using, they provide you with everything. So you take it live, and then you can configure your SQL databases with that, and then all your data can be shifted to this.
Like if I have copy pasted all this code, and can I code that website code outcome mine or not?
You generated this. There's no legal implication anywhere, and this will be, you can put your name down that you have made this website, because anyways what AI is gonna give you is not gonna be perfect. You're gonna make changes to that, so that make it yours.
Can I just take this whole code into VS Code and then do changes and
Yes.
integrate it with SQL?
Yes.
We can do that.
Yes, you can download the whole file and open it in VS Code and do whatever changes you want. You want to change some CSS colors, you want to increase the number of pages or anything. If you know a bit of coding and know how to use it, it also gives you all the packages that it has used, so that you just get it to generate a website. You see what packages it uses, go to VS Code and then install the packages yourself, and then try creating a similar website. That also increases your coding skills if you want to do that. you can actually use GitHub Copilot or even Claude and ChatGPT. You give it your code and ask the model to understand it and provide feedback on what you have done wrong, what you could have better could have been done, and how to make it better and things like that. Let's also look at the prompt engineering templates that I talked about. Let's try finding if I can find some. I'll show you those templates. So this is a good resource. So these are different type of prompt templates that you can use. Before using these templates, you have to keep in mind that every template will not go with every problem. You have to identify what problem you are trying to solve and then use that template. For research, the most common one used is RISE that I talked about, where you specify the role, give it an input, and ask for steps and then describe the expectation. So we'll see the example what it says. As an analyst, evaluate current trends in renewable energy, consider reports that you are going to give it, global energy, recent technological advancements, policy changes, and then you are asking it to identify the key trends, compare it with fossil fuels and future developments that are underway, and then provide a comprehensive report with conclusions and recommendations. So these are the 4 steps that you are gonna follow, and it's gonna give you a very detailed report on what the renewable energy trends are, where it is going, how solar is increasing, everything. So you or any business owner can use these into starting their business or thinking how much they wanna invest in what category. No business owner wants to invest in a category that is going to die in 5 years. You wanna invest that a category that is gonna grow. So you use ChatGPT, you use Google, Gemini, you use any model. Do research before starting your entrepreneurship journey. What some founders do is they just get into the market, they see a product that they like, and they start building it, but most of the times they build it for themselves instead of for the public. Whenever you are developing a product, you have to know that you have to sell this product to someone. So you have to identify who you are selling to. You can use AI for that, and then you identify what they require. You can ask them. You can refine what you are thinking using ChatGPT or any tool, and then just start developing your product. Any questions regarding any tools, regarding AI, or generally anything?
Do you have any questions?
I have a question. Can you please tell me more about Claude agentic feature? Right now, we are actually using this chart feature.
Yeah.
And there is some kind of notation and not so much accurate answer. So if I am thinking to move forward for agentic feature, can you please elaborate about that one?
Okay, so this thing as agentic AI. What we use AI as a chat bot mainly, right now, where we are chatting with ChatGPT and it gives us answer. What agentic AI is, you are creating your own AI using their models for a particular task. With agentic AI, you can create an AI that smoothens your workflows and integrates them. So with Claude has different kinds of AIs that suppose you have to get data from a particular website and it's a recurring task. You have to do that every morning. You have to get that data, and based on that data, there have to be some sets that you have to run. For example, we have a data and we have 3 points coming from that. First gives us a number between 1 to 5. Second gives us a number from 1 to 10. And third gives us a number from 1 to 100. And whatever output we receive, we have some conditions that if the first number is less than 3, second number is also less than 5, and last number is less than 50, then do this. And then there are a lot of conditions there that you have to go through, check daily and run, and then there are several tasks that have to go through that, and then all that manual process needs to be eliminated. So with agentic AI you can automate all that workflow, and there are a lot of things in agentic development. It's a very deep topic that you have to go into. So yeah, you can also use a similar type of feature like ChatGPT where you talk with it and then develop it. And then you can, it has very deep impacts. There are a couple of startup companies that had a revenue in tens of $1 million, and they got shut down last week in just overnight because Claude released through 2 new agentic AIs that replaced all the work that they did. So while making anything, you also have to make sure that in the next 5 years you have enough capital, you have enough backup that you can pivot if something like that happens to your business. Anyone else with any questions? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful session. Yes, sir, please. Please give it up for sir also.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Manika ma'am, Mamta ma'am, staff member, dear students. We are from DG Shapers. You might have heard. तो बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स स्पेशली कंप्यूटर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए हमारे पास स्पेशली इन डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट एंड एआई टूल्स. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि स्पेशली उन्हीं के लिए जो करना चाहते हैं, ठीक है, कि जो लाइव प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम करना चाहते हैं उनके लिए हमारे पास बहुत कुछ है. और इवन आपकी इंटर्नशिप्स आने वाली हैं, इंटर्नशिप में आप कुछ करना चाहते हैं तो देयर आर नंबर ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स देयर. वी आर नियर बाय, आपके बिल्कुल कॉलेज के पास हैं. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स अभी भी आते हैं हमारे पास करने के लिए. एंड यू आर वेलकम एनी टाइम इफ़ यू वांट टू हैव एनी थिंग और यू वांट टू जॉइन एनी कोर्स. थैंक यू.